Hola, aloha, buongiorno, buongiorno, namaste, ohayo yakimasu. Здравствуйте, xin chào. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So, okay, you've seen the title. It is not the original item. So, let's just get the disclaimer out of the way. I am not advocating for anyone to go out there and buy fake stuff. You make up your own mind. You make up your mind with regards to your money and how you spend it. I'm just simply trying out a palette that initially when I saw advertised was going to come out, I loved the color schemes in there. I really wanted to buy the palette. I couldn't get hold of it in the US, even when it was on the website. It's not available in the US at the moment on their website. They are going to replenish it apparently and restock this month in August. But having said that, they were still not selling it in the UK anyway, so we couldn't get hold of it. So I just wanted to see what was out there, and I decided to buy this. This was bought from eBay at £15.99. Delivery was actually free. It arrived within 2 days. And I suppose to make me feel less guilty, I looked into it and where it was actually being sent from, because it was being sent from a place in the UK, which was not too far from me. So I thought, oh, okay, I recognized the address. So I thought, okay, fair enough. Which clearly was true because it took 2 days to arrive. And on top of that, when I was doing the research into it, because there were loads and loads of fakes, and I was expecting probably a fake anyway, it looked at it and it said produced in the US. And when I then contacted the seller and I looked at other people's reviews, it's actually a factory reject, which made me feel less guilty because at least then it's come from, I'm assuming, don't quote me on that, and you know, don't go out there and quote me on that. I'm assuming I've done my research and that's as far as it could go. I can't confirm absolutely everything, but from that it basically gave me an idea that at the very least the Morphe did, if it's a factory reject, I'm assuming they would have sold it at a much lower price, so Morphe would have had some money, and it also made me feel a bit more comfortable with regards to what was inside the palette. Now I'm going to take my exposure off so you can get to see, and with the palette itself, finger, okay, it's going to get a bit dark. You can see here there are no spelling mistakes at all, and it's got on the inside so you can get to see all the colors, and it says here in the correct spelling, this palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers to love Jaclyn, and these are the true colors, which are super bright and fantastic. I loved the original colors. This is what the back looked like. So it's got the Morphe Jaclyn Hill slightly demarcation there, but because this is white, come on, I mean, that's a downfall of this. That's a flaw or a downfall of this, actually, to be honest. For it to be super white, it's just not a good idea for a palette. It's going to get messy. I don't like seeing something that's white that goes off white with stains on it. It makes it feel as if it's dirty. It is a palette that's $38, I believe. It has 35 shades. And just to give you a list of the ingredients on this particular palette with all the correct spelling, I hope I don't butcher the ingredients list. It says here ingredients are chalk, mica, oil, kaolin, titanium dioxide, magnesium stearate, isopropyl palmitate, lanolin, methylparaben, propylparaben, BHT, may contain maca, it says. I don't know if that's a misspelling or it should be mica, but it says may contain maca, which might be a product, and titanium dioxide, which already has stated that, iron oxide, magnesk, violet, ultramarine blue, chrome oxide greens, hydrated chrome oxide green, FD&C yellow number 5, AL lake, FD&C blue number 1, AL lake. Net weight is 56.2 grams, which is equate to 1.98 ounces. So that's all at the back of this. So if you want to double check any of that in comparison to what they've got the original, so you can maybe double check for yourself to make you feel a bit safer, because it is a product that you're going to put on your eyes and you don't want it to be a bad product with God knows what else in there. So you're trying to help you to do your research. Purchased on eBay. How good is it? And let's test it out and see whether, you know, I got this look from it. Was it any good? Scared you, didn't I? Ha! Anyway, as you can see, I've got some color correction, which I haven't really blended in properly. Forget that. I've also got MAC's Soft Ochre paint pot already around my eyes. I've not actually patted it down with a powder. We're just going to try this one and see. So here is the palette. Hopefully you can see that. And I think I'm going to start off with this color here, which is this yellow. On the second row, so start with that, gentle pats. There's a bit of color. Forget this brush, I don't know what the hell, I've washed it and it's just gone pear-shaped. So luckily I'm only just using it as a transition color. So let's just try. Ooh, okay, there is pigment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what can I say? You might have to go back in, but it is always obviously better to start with a small amount. I've had to learn that myself. Gosh, did I? So pressing it down, there isn't actually much fallout at all. I pressed it about 4 times. I'm not swirling it, I'm just literally just pressing it down gently, and you're getting quite a bit, as you can see. This brush just looks ridiculous. This is going to go in the bin afterwards. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of color that you can see. Oh yeah, okay. There's quite a bit of pigment. You can see the yellow seeping through. So it's not, okay, not bad. Not a lot of fallout at all, actually. To be honest, I was expecting it to be rubbish. But all right, well, we'll see how the other colors mix. And see how it works out. But I can see I do want the yellow to be just soft and not super strong, and it's blending in, not bad. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next color. I really haven't thought about what I'm going to do. I'm trying to think of as many colors as possible, so this may turn out to be a great disaster. So that was the first shade. Now I'm going to move on to probably this one, which is like a dark orangey brown, and again just tap gently. Ooh, that's what that one's got, quite a bit of pigment, as you can see. So I'm just tapping on. So it's the third one from the yellow, and just build it up from the corner. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. There's quite a bit. You see that? You see that pigment? That, okay. I'm quite surprised. All right. Very surprised, and it's blending in super easy, actually, very nicely. Oh, I really want to hate this palette. I really do. I really want to hate this, honestly, out of loyalty, and also sort of, I don't know, guilt, for want of a better description. I really wanted to hate this. I wanted it to be crap. I have to admit that, but it is mixing in quite nicely, easily. Don't watch this. There's actually a little bump there. For some reason, I've got a bump in the corner, but this actually is mixing in and still showing the shades. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so you've got that. Next, I'm going to move on to these ones. What I found out is that you can actually build these up. So if I wanted the color to be more intense, then I would do. But because I'm trying to use as many shades as possible, I'm not going to make it too intense, because we're now moving on to the next one, which is going to be this red here. That is the second row, so hopefully you can see. And we're going to move on to this red here. And again, just tapping motion. And there's actually quite a lot of product. See that? And when you do that, there's not too much fallout either. So I'm just going to build that. Ooh, see the red. Whoa. Easy now. Easy now. Ooh, lordy. That's a very intense red. And concentrating it right at the edges. My God, I've got to go out. This is definitely not something that I am comfortable with. But since this palette has loads of colors, it would be a shame not to use them now, wouldn't it? Next, I'm going to go into another red, and this time we're going for the third row, and you've got next to the red one, and it's a darker shade than the other red, so it's got some like a reddish brown, more like a brick red actually, and it does look super pigmented. I'm not even really pressing, I'm not even swirling the brush, I'm tapping it, and you are getting a lot of color payoff. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm just gonna keep that red in this corner here. You can see how pigmented that is. Whoa. Okay, right, so this is my face so far. Now I'm gonna take the next red, which is even darker, and I'm going to use that along the bottom of my eyes and just blend it in, and knowing my luck, I'm going to get it and poke myself in the eye. Okay, now that that's done, what I'm going to do is just going to go back in with that yellow, the original one that I had, and I'm just going to use that, just tap very lightly and just go over the red to soften it. And it makes a huge difference. I can see how much of a difference it makes. It really is. Oh, do you know what? I'm so surprised. I really didn't want to like this, and I'm just diffusing that, and it's making a huge difference. Honestly, it really is. Like, look at here, as you can see, doing the same thing. Just going to blend that in. See that? See that already? What a massive difference it makes. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, palette. Okay, so not quite finished yet, but I've got eyeshadow. You see how intense these are? I didn't need to wet them. I just used what I did. Oh my god. Okay, right. So what I'm going to do is do the rest of my face, put some eyeliner on, and also mascara, and have a finished face, and as if you can't tell, give you my thoughts on what I think about this particular palette. And voila, all finished. This is my face up, is all done. What do you think? What do you think? I wasn't too sure I was going with the red and the greens and so on, and I haven't looked at that. I am going to blend here. I'm such a scatterbrain. I just need to blend it a bit more around this corner, but yeah, I think this is a bit better. Anyway, you're not here for that. I can make it improve. I can improve it off camera. But what do I think of this? Well, you can work out for yourself. They are very well pigmented. There isn't a lot of fallout. The shimmery ones are super butter soft, and without even using any wetting agent whatsoever, you can see the color payoff. It is super really nicely done, yeah, so I can't really complain about this. I'm very surprised. I genuinely went in with the idea of disliking it. I wanted to dislike it on because also out of guilt for having bought a fake item that's not real. But I hoped that with the fact that they advised me, and from the review, that this was actually a factory reject, which came from America, assuming that it was from that that factory itself, that they had a bit of money, so that made me feel a bit better. But just to give you just some of the swatches of the actual shimmery shades. So I'm just gonna go for the yellow one, and oh my god, whoa, it is so, and we'll try another one. Hopefully we'll be able to see a gold one, for example. And try another shade, another gold one, and maybe try the slightly shimmery, the blue, which has got a slight shimmer to it. And I'm just going to take the exposure off so you can see. So it's going to go a bit dark in the background, so hopefully you'll be able to see more shades. I mean, it isn't the best way to swatch it, but I've come to learn, to be honest, that sometimes something can swatch just a locking exposure in place. Sorry about that, fiddling with that. Sometimes just because something swatches fantastic doesn't mean it's going to blend well on your skin, on your eyes, and remain there, or vice versa. Just because something swatches really rubbish doesn't necessarily always mean that it's going to be really crap on your eyesight, on your eyes. I've learned that. So I don't necessarily go by swatches at all. I just go by how it really mixes once you start blending them and applying them to your eyes. And clearly these ones actually stay on the eyes. And I'm actually quite surprised. I'm very surprised. Make up your own mind. It's how you spend your coin. Can't put the link of this at all on YouTube or in my description box. Rules about fake items, which is fair enough. I understand that. But it was purchased, as already said, at £15.99. There are loads of different versions, but this one was actually somewhere in East London. So it's £15.99, and it was a factory reject from the America itself. So produced in America rather than somewhere else in China or somewhere else, or as far as I'm aware. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video and you found it useful. Please don't start making comments about being ethical about products and so on. I am going to buy the Morphe, the original one, when it becomes a is that me fibbing that I'm choking on my lie? And that's not true. I'll tell you too. I will be buying the original one, but I did check on their website. It's not available. It's run out. They're going to replenish, and when it becomes available, I will buy it. Not everyone can buy stuff from America and bring it here. It does get very expensive. Custom costs have to be added to that, and then you have to take into account delivery and so on. And not everyone can be bothered to go through all that palaver to do a palette. And that means really, whilst you're out there, anyone's listening, if you're going to do something, especially where you're well known, make it available everywhere, not just specific countries. It's so frustrating and so annoying when you're here in the UK and you don't actually get some products at all, and it costs an arm and a leg to actually get them over here. So please try and help out. And if you like, subscribe, comment, and so on, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.